Welcome back to Frontierland.
I need people
Just
to
in time for a
complete the job
contract.
as directed. I put the latest objective details into a message for you to review. Pay attention and get it done as instructed.
Let's try photo. Because revenue is not something. Okay. You get a sino drinking. That should be quite doable. Um I'm looking at water, not drink. Oh, they're both called water. Well, then it's not my fault for being momentarily confused. That's on Frontier for naming them the same thing. Okay, well that's something I can just sit there on a Jeep and try and catch while we're in some downtime. So let's decide what our next target is here. So, Worosaurus is available. That might be a good one to do. Minmi is also available, but much more expensive. Minmi? I can't remember how to pronounce it now. I like psyched myself out. Pachyrhinosaurus is after that still. So yeah, Wuro is probably the thing to do. And then there's Alamo, which is obviously very deep in the sauropod tree, so that's not an option. Coelophysis would eat or fight with the Sinosauropteryx, so that's not an option. And Dinochirus. Yeah, where's Dinochirus? I mean, it's not a small herbivore, but it is an ornithomimosaur. Okay, it looks like it's not in this section. Where's the Theory? That's under medium and large, right? Oh, there it is. Okay, so Dinochirus is like high tier. Wait, where's the Theory? Is the Theory under armored? Oh, it is. Why is the Theory under armored? That's weird. That shouldn't be there. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna say that's bullshit. Theory shouldn't be under armor. That's completely illogical. Okay, well, 4 stars for Dinocaurus. It's not super deep in the tree. I mean, it is super deep in the tree, but it's not this branch, which is the one that's bad. So that's good at least. Dinocaurus looks pretty viable. It's not Theory Ket's level of like Ankylosaurus levels of bullshit like that stuff. So that's good. Nothing else in here then, right? Yeah, so it's just Worosaurus. So let's unlock Worosaurus. We can work on that while we do other research. So you can do that. And did we ever get paths unlocked? No, still 0.9. Okay, so I think for the future, well, it'd definitely be good to do more skins. I think we also probably want to get hatchery upgrades knocked out. That's 1.5 stars, so actually never mind. We can't even do that. We did our infrastructure upgrade. We don't really need these. We don't have no specialists to need that. We can't even do staff training. So yeah, I guess we'll just do this skin. Actually, what do we got here? Cross species, drought, and group. Group is good, but expensive. So yeah, we'll do this skin. We'll do it on the geneticist when they get back. And then we can do medical treatments. Those are worth knocking out while we have a little bit of money. Just get them done ahead of time. So we'll do that. And then I guess in terms of logistics, we could do the platform and push towards the new viewing domes. So at the point where we have the viewing domes, I'm hoping we can build up on the ridge where I intend to actually build a park permanently. And make some adjustments. Like pull all this infrastructure out of here, put it up on the ridge, basically. And I think that'd be great. Also, the Amarg territory is kind of working out better now. I don't feel like that was any of our doing. That's just like happenstance. Which is good. Anyway, Stegosaurids are done. What's the last piece of research we're working on? Viewing platform, 13 seconds. Nothing left in here. So yeah, we got our logistics crew that'll go out and do their logistics jobs and start digging up fossils after they finish the viewing tower. The geneticist then can go ahead and get working on rainforest skins. And I think we'll try and do another batch of Sinosauropteryx, either when we have a contract to increase population in the park, or when we have more patterns and skin colors unlocked. More than just like the one branch we're doing right now. Yeah, let's let this go a little fast here. We can tell if the Sinosauropteryx come near the water, because they do have the little camera icon over them. You drink. He's drinking. 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 Quickly. Oh, I don't think we got it. He's still looking for water. Oh, he hasn't actually gotten to the drink yet. Give me the Jeep, please. Drinking. Glorious success. Okay. Didn't plan on including that in the episode, but we did it. Wurosaurus is also an Asian stegosaur.
Remember that.
That's kind of funny. That, like, we got Wurosaurus. We got Australovenator and Minmai. A lot of, like, Asian and Australian dinosaurs in the DLC packs, which is interesting. Barbadactylus is Africa. I guess I'm just not including the aquatics too when I'm thinking of that, because a lot of the aquatics are from like the US and maybe Europe. Well, I guess we got Chronosaurus as a DLC creature too, and that's another Australian species. So we went from 1 Australian species to 4 in the DLC? With DLCs in this game? That's pretty interesting. I mean, it's good to get some representation of Australian species, because there's some interesting shit out there. Definitely like seeing more exotic dinosaurs getting included. And like, there's a lot of unique creatures from China. It makes perfect sense for the Feather DLC to be China-centric. Or even China-Mongolia-centric or whatever. I'm not sure if all the dig sets are actually in China. Just because that's where the fossils come from. Totally reasonable. Some people found it a little strange, but it's like, if they didn't do Ornithomimus, then it was going to be an Eastern Asian dinosaur pack. Like, Ornithomimus is really the only thing that comes to mind with actual, like, feather evidence from, like, North America or anywhere else. I guess they could have done Archaeopteryx, but Geholopterus, Jesus, that name's hard to say, is actually like a really important fossil species for the evidence of feathers and pterosaurs. Because it's one of the 2 species that actually like points out that pycnofibers aren't a thing and pterosaurs are just feathered, which is a pretty big turnover in pterosaur like science and knowledge. So that's an important species. Like, it makes sense to be included. The other one they could have included would be Tupandactylus, but Tupandactylus is just Tapejara with a different shaped crest. Little redundant, not as interesting. Having a Neuragnathed is really cool, so I'm super happy with what they picked. Anyway, what are we doing? Digging up Wurosaurus. Lecture time is over. We started that already. Yes. But then you're resting, and you don't really have anything else you can do right now, and that is okay. Cool. Fossils are in, but we do have enough money here to invest in some substantial upgrades. Specifically, extraction capacity is a hot $1 million, but I kind of wanted to click that button, so we're going to do it. Might mean we have to wait a little bit to do a dig. Oh, no, dinosaur footprints for 400k, I'm pretty sure covers our Wurosaurus requirement. We should have done the upgrade on the the expedition center too before we sent this out. I didn't even think of it. It looks like we'll need to do a second run anyway, so we can do it for that. But yeah, let's get all the upgrades set here before we forget. Before I forget. We as if we're mutually responsible to remember this shit. It's all me. I am the one making the mistakes. It's okay. I've been away from the game for a week, so I've forgotten everything about it. I have no idea how any of it works anymore. That's how that works. Staff centers. I think we'll leave this open. We'll try to do the specialist facility eventually, so we're just gonna lean into that. And then that should be it, right? Yeah, because you don't get the control center one until later. Correct. Okay. So when these guys are done resting, we can go out and dig up the rest of the world. Why does Frontier do this? 16 skill requirement, $2 million. Why? Viewing galleries should be readily available because they are the cornerstone of building your park exhibit. Needing to have 16 logistics and $2 million to use remote viewing galleries makes them effectively unusable in challenge mode. There's no realistic reason you would ever actually buy them. We're going to, because it's new and it's cool and I want to use it, but holy fuck, what is the logic with this? It's just as bad as like the overpriced aviary and lagoon viewing galleries. Like, all it does is make all these different cool things they add, like things you should never actually use, which is just weird. I'll definitely be editing this in the future. I think what I'll do is once cover tools are updated, if they're not already updated, I'll start more thoroughly accumulating the research edits I want to make. I'll do a set of research edits and I'll probably release it as an actual mod on Nexus Mods. Because if I want to release this map on Nexus Mods, I'm going to have to set up an account anyway at that point. So then it'll be a whole thing, right? So I might as well do all of that. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that's that expensive. That's just baffling. So let's see. We want to do. I guess we'll keep you on the back here. So we'll just do these two again. Get them sent out. And then I think we synth some Weros. So we don't want to use the geneticist for anything. The welfare specialist type. Well, not actually a welfare specialist. The guy with more points in welfare than anybody else should be able to research a disease still here. Yeah, we still have one left. Tuberculosis. Although we've had no disease in the park yet. Now that I think about it. Let's verify some settings. It's possible it's because we've never actually breached 1 star yet somehow. Yeah, high disease. So it's just the 1 star thing is like keeping us from hitting a disease, I guess. I didn't know that the 1 star like protection mechanics applied to diseases. I knew they applied mostly to storms, but not on every map because Frontier is weird. But apparently that applies to diseases, at least on this map. That may not count for other maps because just the rules are inconsistent in the game.
Ample. And I suspect you're gaining interest from the higher-ups.
Thank you, Cabot.
Just remember who's in charge.
Ooh.
And if you do remember,
Dinosaur footprints. That was a pretty good haul. Not gonna lie, that is a nice kickback on money. Yeah, you can do this. And then we've got the other person on standby for the synthesis. We can actually keep going on digs because we have Seal of Physis unlocked already automatically. So we might as well just dig that up and keep going. Because there's nothing else for our logistics specialists to really do. Until we hit 1 star. Which I'm just genuinely surprised we haven't been able to pull off. The little smiley faces feel really like placeholder-y to me. Like, do we need these? Like, showing the configuration rating is perfectly fine. Good to know with 1 glance whether you need to go back through your shops. Definitely good. Especially late game where you have like a dozen shops and it takes notable time to cycle through all of them. But just why is it such a weird icon? Maybe it's just me. 99% gust comfort, and yet everything's 100. It might just be the paths, which it looks like we've been butting up against that for a little while here. I think I never actually like double checked it after we put in the new paths, so that would, you know, explain that. Oh, that'll do nicely for fixing that up a bit. Okay, and then yeah, it looks like the Worrow's basically done. 18 seconds. There's wide paths. Yeah, that was the only thing holding us back actually. So we'll just do wide paths as soon as the Coelophysis dig team completes their job. And then we'll be good to go. So, Worrosaurus. No patterns available. Really? Why are all the patterns locked? That doesn't seem right. Huh. Well, anyway, let's get rid of these penalties. Leaves us with 3 left, which I think we just put into lifespan. And that's that, because we don't have anything else good to do. All right. And there's a batch of those. So, I think the next thing to do is to start and improve the staff. We got a genetics specialist. If we can snatch ourselves up a welfare specialist, and there's one, actually a good cheap one. There's another one. Not cheap, very expensive. Don't like. Okay, yeah, give me this welfare specialist. I'm not even gonna wait. We're just gonna grab him right now. And I think that means we can get rid of this guy. So we'll keep him for the hatch, and then fire him. Yeah, because 455 caps was pretty inferior. That was the guy we were originally going to fire anyway. So now we'll actually fire him. And at the point where we've got access to 2 specialists, it's definitely worth doing specialist facilities and get started on that. Cynodont fossils. I mean, a kickback's a kickback. It's not a bad thing. We'll come back for the fossils later. Want those paths ASAP. Oh, yeah, you're here. Okay, I mean, we could have Yom do fossils instead of eggs if we need to. I think we just take all of 1,500,000. That's a lot. Okay, let's check the social on Worro. I would like to take all, but I don't want to wait that long for money. Worro is social 4 to 5. So we'll hatch 5 of these. So Amazon, Mangrove, Mangrove, Death Valley, Death Valley, Death Valley. Let's get rid of one of the Death Valleys. 1,250,000 to hatch. We'll save up for that. So yeah, if we're going to save up, let's process fossils and then fire the scientist. And that'll make the money gathering much easier. Because right now we're taking a hit for having that welfare specialist on staff. So yeah, as soon as those fossils are done, I'll fire him. Or we'll get a significant financial kickback to bring in more Sinosauropteryx. I'm fine with that too. Currently we can't do it because our geneticists are busy. Do you want to make any changes? We no longer need small appetite. So we can clear that out. We might as well do long-lived. We don't have access to social. So yeah, I think we'll do that. We do have a social alpha anyway, so like we don't even need to push for that. So let's look at our dudes. You're doing the fossil extraction. We actually need you for the synthesis. So let's check the contract. Yeah, we need 3 Sinosauropteryxes. So we'll probably only do 3. So we'll push that guy over the limit when fossils are completed. Oh, dude, it's gonna take forever. Wait. Total dinosaur population. Hold the phone. We can just do these. $1 million. Okay. We'll hatch 4 Warosaurus as soon as possible to try and get the 60K kickback. Also, I didn't think about it. What's the welfare cost? Oh, it's only 5. Sick. Okay. Yeah. So we just need to fire him ASAP still. Boom. And that should bump profits up pretty nicely. Maybe not nicely enough to squeeze this out in the timer. Although they're already synth, which helps. I think we can make it. It's going to be tight. Let's demolish this. Give me a Jeep. Let's go take some pictures. Oh boy. Okay. Well, now we got it because that was quite the picture. Still 20K a picture. Like, goddamn. All right. Now it's going to be diminished to the point where it's not worth the effort. Yeah, we'll just do the 4. Because we can come back and do another clutch when we have better options for alphas. Which won't be bad. Okay, well, I think then we got the contract on lock. It's going to be, yeah, 1 minute. Well, 2 minutes, so that's not bad. We also have people on standby. So, Coelophysis is 340K. And don't have enough to actually do an extraction. So, yes. No reason to bother with any of them. So I could put the Coelophysis in this pen. Or this pen. Oh, that pen would actually work pretty well. I'm not sure which pen I was thinking of putting them in. This is the snowy pens. That's the cryo. I think I would want them in this pen. We could actually just cut this fence down and make it work. Okay, let's get these guys out via airlift, maybe. Why did the hearts move down? That was weird.
Here's a bit of advice based on my early experience training raptors. Don't stand between them and what they want. I'm getting the same vibes from you in that last objective.
Yeah. Logistics specialist 240, that's not bad. Okay, so if we hire the logistics specialist, get rid of maybe one of these, we could honestly keep both of these guys around. That would give us almost 12 logistics, or 12 because we have points to distribute. I think that's worth it. The question would be, do we want to try and get Coelophysis out right away? And I'm not sure. How long do we have till the refresh? 13 minutes. Ah, but see, I don't want to try to remember that because I'm just going to forget. We'll just grab them. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not... This is definitely not a park where I'm like concerned about efficiency and time and stuff. It takes as long as it takes,
If things
right?
go wrong, we need men like George Lambert around. He's our security specialist. If there's an issue we should be concerned about, he'll know.
Been a while since we've had a Urosaurus in a park, I think. It's a nice colorful stegosaur, which I really like. I'm much more of a Chunkingosaurus fan myself, but Urosaurus was a nice addition to the game. Having another, like, stegosaurid stegosaur is good. Like, something that's not the more primitive, like, Chunking, Huangosaurus type. Assuming that I'm even remembering the classification correctly. Big if.
Don't spend too much time looking at those plates. When it comes to the Werehosaurus, it pays to keep an eye on this animal's thagomizer. You don't want to be on the receiving end of a swing of that tail.
It's the Thagomizer. Woohoo! From a Far Side comic. Well, they need fiber and fruit, which are both in the Psychiad Grove Rush. That's pretty nice, actually. Convenient.
Asset transportation complete.
I mean, I don't really want them hanging out over here a lot, but I think that's all 4 down. Contract finished. Oh, the contract finished a while ago. We spent the money. That's fine. Okay. Well, next. All of our staff is back. It might be... Okay, a little bit of a financial kickback there. Yeah, let's get the seal of license finished up. $500K, $500K. So those are kind of the big pushes there to make. We're not 1.5 stars yet. With the addition of the Urosaurus, yeah, amenities are taking a hit. So here's the question. Oh, we need path capacity to get fixed too. Let's do that first. So if we upgrade the path capacity, and then we check the amenities again, let's find out if it's worth opening up the existing medium or not. I mean, I guess we'll want to keep one medium in the park for the contract anyway. We might as well just use it, because otherwise it doesn't do anything. I like that there's guests walking on that path, even though it doesn't count. It's funny. Okay, so shut this down. No reason to add anything else. 25. 20. I mean, it makes more. But the real question would be, does it make more than a pair of small amenities? I suspect it may not. Because the game is making it look that way. It's making it look like it's kind of bullshit. Why does this fit nowhere? What? What is this devilry? I mean, I didn't plan this park out, but like, that's pretty shit. Oh my god, it fits like nowhere. Okay, well, I mean, we're gonna have a Coelophysis pen down there at some point, and there's this strip here. Just It's not very optimized. Might be... configuration. Let's do the same thing here. Just future-proof it. So 6,000, 20,000. 20 and 12. 32, 23. Yeah, no, small amenities are just better. I wonder if this has always been true. I'm very curious to know that. I probably said this in a previous episode, I don't remember. If you ever noticed this before, that small amenities are more profitable than mediums, leave a comment. Let me know that. Because I never noticed it. And I feel like I'm being gaslit by the game here. Because it feels very incorrect. Even though I'm sure it is actually the way it is. Okay, this one will need power, but we're going to power this section anyway. Alright, we'll just extend some path out here. We can presume... I guess we go like that. Although the other one... Yeah, we have a little too much yellow now. See, that's actually a loss of profit. I don't think there's any good way to optimize this one. I think no matter what we do, we lose money. But it could be lying to me. Okay, 19614. 20. It's lying to me. Yep, yeah, but it's just bugged out. It's just broken. Okay, good to know. I suspected it would be. So this should be just this one, right? Action figures. Sure. Power. I have no money left. It's an important thing to note. So that's going to power that fence there. We'll have to cut it there. Yeah, we can cut that middle section there. This I'm okay with being powered because this will be the Seal of Physis exhibit. Thinking about size. Like maybe just connecting across there is the thing to do. Do I have enough money to plan this? Pretty sure that's not actually straight, but it's fine. It's good enough. There. Cut it like that. Yeah, that's a weird little wedge, but that's fine. Everything's a weird little wedge in this park, so it's not even bad. Okay, everything looks good. What about you? You set up correctly? No. Stakes. The stakes are raised. Okay. So that's I suppose when I get contracts to change the type of this, it's going to be a little bit obnoxious. I guess it's fine. How are we doing in power? 3260, not bad. Seal of Physis is complete. We have $248,000. Let's look at our scientist spread. Spread's okay. It's 500k for the researches we need to do. So let's just take a look at Seal of Physis. I think I just prefer to have the pattern on. Incubation cost 35,000 per egg. Really? Oh, that's incubation, not synthesis. Never mind. Yeah, it's telling you what the cost is going to be, obviously. Okay, so I think we do these. Do we want to get rid of any of our other people? I don't think so, because like having 12 logistics is going to be nice. Yeah. Okay, we'll just do it like that. That's fine. And that's going to be 30 seconds. We can do a quick cut. Social 6, so we'll have to take all of these, including the sickly ones. I think it's probably fine to do that. So we'll grab those guys real quick. Going to be another minute. All right, we can wrap up today with a delivery of the Coelophysis.
This dinosaur is one of the earliest known animals, dating back to...
These guys are meat feeders. I couldn't remember for sure. I feel like they might have changed from goat to meat at some point, but I don't remember. Oh, I also made a big bald patch over in my enclosure that I probably need to fix. Nope, you're fine. Nobody give a shit that I just made a big bald patch in here to try to get a screenshot? Yep, nobody cares. All right, that's fine.
216 million years ago. It's called Coelophysis. Their remains can be found scattered across the globe. But if people want to see a Coelophysis up close, this is the only place to do it.
Transportation complete. Transporting asset. Asset delivered.
All right. What do we got for Coelophysis this time? We got Svalbard Papurana.
Asset delivery confirmed.
That one's pretty interesting looking, actually. I don't think I've seen that one before. Kind of a blue, and I like the way the stripe is really subtle on the body there. Another Svalbard Papurana. Death Valley Papurana. Yeah, definitely seen ones like you before. Amazon Rainforest Papurana. Yeah, seen you before, too. Really, that first one's the one that stands out as being pretty different. Oh, interesting. It's only cycling between the ones that are actually on the ground. This is a change. This is new with the update. I don't think I saw this in the patch notes either. Because usually you'd do this, and you'd get to one in the sky, and the camera would just give up
Asset has been
and reset. And you have to click back on them and, like, do it again. Yeah, there's 5. A Yukon River Papurana. Probably seen one like you before. I'm not expecting much for it. Yeah. The other ones are all pretty much like things we've seen. But I do like the Svalbard. Svalbard Papurana specifically. He almost looks like he's kind of like a bluish metal color with a little bit of rust streaking on him. Striping or streaking. Either one of those words work. Whatever I said in the first place doesn't. And I think that's a cool aesthetic. So that's nice. I like it. All right. Well, there we go. 4 species in the park. Progress. Quick ratings check. We need transport, shelter, and accommodation. Transport's not anything we can do. Shelter we can do. Accommodation we can do. Ratings are okay. We'll work on some of the easier things first. I don't think we want to put that all the way over there. Could just try and sneak it in back here. Kind of a weird spot for a hotel. It works. We got this amenity here. If we put in more amenities, this is actually one of the better spots for them. Oddly enough. Okay. And how's our appeal looking? 500 out of 750. Species target is 30, so we're going to have a good penalty to deal with there. This is planned as a 15 species build only. And the way I'm looking at it is the variety penalty is really just offsetting the low appeal of Sandbox, which is definitely something I'm going to edit later when we start modding the files again. I think we can essentially call this one done. We do have 500k, so let's queue up a final research task here. Or two. So I think we want to push, yeah, one of the big 500k ones. So scientist training. Or the specialist facility. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we have 8. The specialist facility gets us to 9. But we could also just distribute a point. I don't think we want to. I think it's better if we don't. Because we can save the points and use them where it's better. And once we have this done, Barton will be a 6 anyway, and then we'll have 9 and 12 on these 3. And it's fine. So why don't we use you, I guess, and just set 3 of them on that task. And then we'll look at pushing out some of these 9 research or genetics, maybe. Yeah, drought tolerance specifically unlocks the skin. So we'll want to do that soon. So we'll look at pushing that out after we get the specialist facility. So the specialist facility and like one more point of genetics probably in you. And then these 2 can do it. Yeah, 7 and 2. We could do it now. You know what? Oh, she's only 2. So there's no way we can't do it now. Never mind that. I was going to say having somebody on a 3 to do fossils in addition to the main geneticist is great, but she literally is not an option. So, yeah. I think Cicera's, I never remember how to pronounce an A with an accent. I think she's on the cutting block, honestly. We could look at staff. Well, we only have $54,000 left, so this is just window shopping. 235 welfare specialist. Tom Bray is not that bad, but we don't really need a welfare specialist. Logistics specialist is what we're in the market for. Logistics first, genetics second. Welfare is always the least important. Yeah, there's some good options there. Nothing that's like so good that we want to try to push it out now. So I think we're fine ending here. So until next time.